Ladies and gentlemen, we've done a couple of stories out of New York and especially Queens. And this mother, if you could even call her that, this individual, I'm going to start calling them individuals because these people are not human. These people are not right in the head. And I think that these people need to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. I don't care if they're having postpartum. I don't care if they have mental issues. I'm going to tell you like this. If you pose a risk to children, then you should not have children. If it is documented that you have mental issues, you should not be around children. I don't think that children should be put in any hurt, harm, or danger at all. And if that's going to be the case, then you should not be a parent. We have a lot of parents out there that do have issues and things that they might struggle with, but as long as they're not putting their kids in harm's way, then I understand that they try to work through that. Right? But it doesn't apply to everybody. Not in this case. I'm not going to give this woman an excuse. But she is out of New York City, out of Queens specifically. And this woman has been arrested after allegedly throwing her newborn infant. Matter of fact, let's take the alleged out because we heard that there are witnesses that say that this woman threw her newborn infant out of a bedroom window. I don't understand and I don't care about people talking about postpartum. I don't care if it's real. I really don't care. Maybe these kids need to be in the hands of the fathers if that's the case. If we know that these mothers in particular, I know it don't apply to all, but if there's a high likelihood that these mothers are going to put these kids at risk, then they should not have them. Why is that something to even argue? The fathers are there. The fathers can do their damn job. Don't let the smooth face fool you. Don't let that Photoshop fool you neither. This woman, I believe, does not need jail time. She needs hell time. I believe there's a special place in hell for this chick who decided to take the most innocent, the most defenseless of us, and that is a newborn baby. It's supposed to be a gift. It's supposed to be this innate, beautiful thing that you bring into this world, and she did absolutely the worst thing possible. Made a bad choice, and she needs to pay for her choice. And I love these comments that people posted on social media. They'll roll across the screen. Let me know if you guys agree with that, okay? I need to take a pause real quick and say hi and thank you to Southern Girl, said hashtag AFC, and did it by way of a $20 super chat. Thank you, Southern Girl, for always finding it in your heart and in your budget to support our message, to stand strong for our babies. So shout out to you, Southern Girl, and thank you so much. Let's keep going. She threw this baby out of a window in Ozone Park in Queens moments after giving birth. Thank God, but remarkably, the newborn baby boy survived. And I want y'all to hear me. This newborn baby survived. And I'm going to tell y'all now because I want y'all to start voting now. I want y'all to start speaking out. I want y'all to see something and say something. And it just hurts my heart to see these pictures because that's where the baby fell. But I want to make sure that you guys speak out. And I want this mother to never in hell, not in 3 or 4 lifetimes, and definitely not in this lifetime. I personally do not ever want her to have an opportunity to see this kid because she made a snap judgment, period. Hashtag TTO, hello? Hashtag TTO, because this would be a proper moment for that. Because they very well might let her out in a short amount of time. But I don't think she deserves her reproductive rights. I don't think she deserves her reproductive organs. I don't think she deserves the right to ever have the ability to create children again and put another child's life in danger. I think it should be mandatory that when somebody attempts to murder a child, they should never be able to be around children and they should never be able to have children. I think that your time on earth should be done around children. Am I asking too much? That's what the chat is for. You guys can type in there. Type in there. If you feel like I'm wrong, you can tell me. You can talk amongst yourself in the chat, but I can read it. If you feel like I'm wrong with what I'm saying, you can say so. I know it's a harsh stance, but I think it's a necessary stance. They should never have the ability to be around kids at all. Not if they get married, for any reason. I don't give a shit. They shouldn't be around kids. Hashtag babies first. Babies' lives matter. Let's keep going. Remarkably, this newborn baby boy survived and remained in critical condition, suffering hypothermia, which is the condition of having abnormally low body temperature, typically one that is dangerously low. The 23-year-old mother, or the 23-year-old human that gave birth, let me call her that. Let's see if I can get her face on the screen, because they did not want to put a good picture of her out there, and I tried to look for hours and I couldn't find it. That is Sabita, S-A-B-I-T-A, Dookram, D-O-O-K-R-A-M. I don't know what ethnicity is, nor do I care, but if y'all find a picture of 23-year-old Sabita Dookram, you can email it to me. I'd be glad to show her face if it's the correct photo. But she has since been taken into custody. The baby was discovered with his umbilical cord still attached outside at a home on the 126th Street in South Ozone Park, Queens, at around 10:15 a.m. on Sunday, October the 11th, which was a matter of 4 days ago. Investigators learned that the mother, Sabita, had just given birth in a bathtub, then tossed the baby out from a bathroom window. There is so much wrong with that picture. Hashtag, where is the biological father? Where is the call to 911? Where is the family? Where are her friends? Where is somebody? Like, damn. Where is anybody at? How does this happen? How is nobody around her? The newborn remains hospitalized, and his condition is improving at the Cohen Children's Medical Center. Dr. Peter Silver, medical director at the hospital, told the news that it's important to remember that the Abandoned Infant Protection Act, or the Safe Haven Law, which most of y'all should be familiar with, is designed to prevent situations like this. I'm going to point something out to you guys real quick, and if you're listening to the sound of my voice, do me a favor and please click the thumbs up. Not even necessarily for me, but do it for these babies, because these babies' voices deserve to be heard, and we deserve to have more attention to stories just like this, because we need to prevent these type of things. So make sure you guys click that thumbs up and let us know in the chat when you've already done so. I'm going to say this. What's sad is that this does not apply to all mothers, but it does apply to bad ones like this. It applies to bad ones like this, and my statement to that is this. It's funny how you give women like this a million options. They have abstinence as an option. They have contraceptives as an option, and lots of them, whether it be the shot, whether it be the NuvaRing, whether it be a condom, whether it be a sponge, whether it be a whatever it is. They got a lot of different options. And on top of that, they also have options after having sex. The day after pill, the Plan B pill. They also have the option of abortion. They also have the option of the safe haven laws. This is not excusable whatsoever. There can't be an excuse, and nobody can ever give me a good excuse, especially having this much information against you. Can't say you didn't know. You're grown. How old is this woman? 23 years old. She way past grown, right? Now, the Safe Haven Law and the Abandoned Infant Protection Act is designed to prevent situations like this. And what the law states is that the parent can anonymously turn over the unwanted baby as long as they do it in a safe way and the baby is not injured up to 30 days of age. Again, as long as the baby is cared for and somebody knows that the baby is there, Silver said, which there's a condition on that as well. A woman who lives next door says she stepped outside her house on Sunday to empty the trash that morning when she heard the baby crying. And what's messed up about that is that the only way that this baby ended up living and surviving is that somebody just happened to be taking out the garbage and just happened to hear a baby out there dying on the concrete. Isn't that something? I went to close the gate and I heard a noise and I looked and saw that it was a baby's noise. Through the tears, she said the baby did not have a blanket or anything covering it. Another neighbor said that the baby was still moving when he saw it, which is that individual right there. He said he saw the baby and it was still moving as it was being taken by authorities. For something like this to happen, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Now, who is this mother, Sabita Dookram? Dookram underwent psychological evaluation at the Jamaica Hospital in New York City after the incident. According to a matter of fact, let me make sure I can hear myself real quick. Hold on. It was still moving as it was being taken by. Okay, I can hear myself pretty good. Okay, let's keep going. According to the New York Post report, she was hit with 7 criminal charges. 7 criminal charges. Those charges include attempted murder, attempted manslaughter, assault, reckless endangerment, tampering with physical evidence, abandonment of a child, and acting in a manner to injure a child, according to the police. 7 charges. Next door neighbor said Monday that she knows the baby's mother, but didn't notice that she was pregnant. Interesting. She added that she is unaware of a husband in this picture. That's another type moment, right? As soon as the news of the incident came into the limelight, people started slamming this mother, Dookram, for the hideous act, as you guys will see in the screenshots here in a moment, as one internet user shared a picture and wrote, "Why? Queen's mom throws newborn baby out of the window, South Ozone Park window. Hashtag Sabita Dookram. South Richmond Hill." While one angry netizen wrote that Sabita Dookram, BITCH, deserves to burn in hell. That comment. So shout out to Ricky Toxic Chan. That's a good one. While another wrote that cold-blooded serpent offspring edited again. We can't expect them to love, not even each other. Wow, damn. It's a pretty harsh statement, but I'm with you on that. But let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage, and let me show you the couple of news videos that were out there. Uh-oh, that's the wrong thing. Let me get the right thing up. Give you guys the fair usage. Get tongue-tied. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Let me take a pause for the cause and give a shout out to my brother Kurt Dog in the chat. If y'all would, shout my brother out. He is in the chat, man. Want to show him some love. And shout out to you, bro. I know you're out there working hard, man. But shout out to my brother Kurt Dog in the building. What's happening, bro? All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's get it.
A newborn found abandoned outside of a Queens home. Police believe the mother left her baby there just hours after giving birth. CBS 2's Corey James has the latest.
It's gonna make me cry right now.
Tears flooded Amanda Sinclair's eyes as she learned a newborn baby was found outside her Queens neighbor's home Sunday morning.
That could have been my grandchild. It's so sad. It's very sad.
It happened in Richmond Hill at this multi-family home. Authorities believe a 23-year-old woman inside delivered the baby boy Saturday night. Elite Sirhabali lives right next door and discovered the...
Do me a favor, guys. We're only at 199 thumbs up. Our goal is 400 thumbs up. We do have right at 100 people or 400 people here. If y'all would, please click the thumbs up. Our algorithm only works whenever you guys click that thumbs up. So I'm just asking everybody to look down at your phone for a moment. Please click that thumbs up. And yes, I know you didn't mean to say that, Kurt. I caught that though, bro. It's all good. But make sure you guys click that thumbs up, share the stream, and let other people know that we're live. That'll help us out quite a bit. Let's get it.
A newborn found abandoned outside of a Queens home. Police believe the mother left her baby there just hours after giving birth. CBS 2's Corey James has the latest.
It's gonna make me cry right now.
Tears flooded Amanda Sinclair's eyes as she learned a newborn baby was found outside her Queens neighbor's home Sunday morning.
That could have been my grandchild. It's so sad. It's very sad.
It happened in Richmond Hill at this multi-family home. Authorities believe a 23-year-old woman inside delivered the baby boy Saturday night. Elite Serhabali lives right next door and discovered the infant while taking out her trash.
I heard like a little voice like, ah, but just like a cat. And I just look and I see a baby and a pile of blood. I'm surprised and I'm shocked.
Police say the baby was naked, attached to his umbilical cord, and lying next to garbage.
Whoever leave the baby outside, it's wrong.
The newborn was in critical condition after being rushed to Jamaica Hospital. He was later transferred to Cohen Children's Medical Center.
This may be the first, actually, in the past year.
Dr. Peter Silver is the medical director at the hospital. Silver says it is important to remind people of the Abandoned Infant Protection Act, or Safe Haven law, that is designed to prevent situations like this.
What that law states is that parents can anonymously turn over an unwanted baby as long as they do it in a safe way and the baby isn't injured, up to 30 days of age, again, as long as the baby is cared for and somebody knows that the baby's there.
That can happen at a hospital, staffed police station, or staffed fire station. The person giving away the infant is also not required to leave his or her name. In the meantime, the 23-year-old woman believed to be the child's mother was taken into custody. She was also transferred to a hospital to be evaluated. At this time, no charges have been filed. In Richmond Hill, Queens, Corey James, CBS 2 News.
Here's the next video.
Discovery in Queens tonight. Officers found a newborn baby with his umbilical cord still attached. The baby on the ground outside a home. And tonight, the mother, a 23-year-old, is in police custody. News 4's Adam Harding is at that home in Ozone Park. Adam, first, how is that baby doing tonight?
The baby was last listed at critical condition, but according to neighbors, Gilma, they have heard from police that the baby should survive. It's believed right now that the baby is at the same hospital as that 23-year-old mother who has not been charged, is in custody but not charged at this point. Police making that disturbing discovery not far from the home right behind us here. Tonight, it is still blocked off as part of the investigation. Police tonight seen walking out with a woman in handcuffs after a disturbing discovery outside this Queens home. A newborn baby with an umbilical cord still attached, found lying on the pavement.
I went there to close the gate. When I heard like a noise and I look, when I look I see that it's a baby noise and something like a meat next to it, the umbilical. And the lady was sitting right here.
Those who live nearby still shaken as crime scene investigators roped off the scene. A neighbor who runs a daycare breaking down.
That's hurt me so bad because you couldn't give it to anybody or wipe the baby. The baby is on the floor. No paper. That's why.
No blanket, no nothing?
No blanket.
Police have a 23-year-old woman believed to be the mother in custody, but so far no charges have been filed. The baby boy tonight said to be in critical condition, now fighting for his life.
The baby, you could see that they were still moving. The baby was still moving.
You saw the baby?
Yeah. When they moved, when they took the baby in the van, in the ambulance.
Intez Harish lives a few doors down.
I never noticed that, the stomach.
He, like so many others, unaware anyone was pregnant.
For something like that to happen, you know, it's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking.
So I hope everybody understands the reason why we do the stories that we do, even if we tend to do a lot of black stories. I want y'all to understand how similar is this story to the stories we did yesterday, to the stories we did before that, and the stories we did before that. Do y'all kind of see what the pattern is? The pattern is bad behavior. The pattern is badass moms, and the pattern is moms' boyfriends. A lot of these things are very, very similar. There is a systemic problem with the way that people are bringing children into this world. That's always the thing that I point out. No matter what the race is of the stories that I do, people in America just really got to get their shit together. Let's keep going.
I can't even handle that.
Now, we have heard from neighbors that there are a number of people who live in the two-story home behind us here, but no neighbor that we've been able to talk to tonight had any idea that somebody living there was pregnant, adding to the mystery here of what exactly happened. And Gilma and Ray, it's worth noting tonight that there is a safe haven law on the books in New York State. You can go to church, police station, fire station. The key there, though, is you have to drop off a newborn baby with some type of adult, somebody who can call authorities, at which point you would not be prosecuted. Investigators tonight still have a number of questions as they continue their investigation. Well, it's night in Queens. I'm Adam Harding, News 4 New York.
You then. We have new information this afternoon on that newborn baby who is right now in critical condition after being found outside of a home in Richmond Hill, Queens. A woman believed to be his mother is now in police custody. Charges are pending against the 23-year-old woman. Officials believe she threw the newborn son out the window of her home on 100.
This is why I can't understand why people always talk about, well, it seems like you hate your own people, Just Jay. It seems like you hate black women. And I'm just like, y'all not seeing how many white stories we've done? Have y'all not seen how many Mexican stories we've done? Matter of fact, we actually got a Latin American or Mexican story coming up right after this one because we're doing 2 stories tonight. I'm just saying, like, people got to get off of this race thing. Why can't it just be an American thing? How about that? It don't matter what color of people that I do. How about we just talk about the children are being hurt? That's where people's focus needs to be at. And don't talk about that y'all want me to stop pausing the video, because if you came here to watch the news, then you have came to the wrong place, because this ain't the news.
126th Street after giving birth in a bathtub yesterday morning. A neighbor made the discovery yesterday.
Good evening, I'm Allie Bauman. We begin tonight with that disturbing find in Queens. A newborn is fighting for his life after he was found abandoned. CBS 2's Corey James.
Condoms are cheap. Abstinence is even cheaper. And the day after pill don't cost that much, especially when you're talking about costing a baby its life by throwing it out of a goddamn window. And then the fact that you're throwing your life away because you are probably going to do life in prison for doing that. Like, it just can't be that serious for you to be that irresponsible when as a woman you got a million options. Like, if you gave women 10 extra options, this type of woman still would have made a bad choice, in my opinion.
This is at the scene in Richmond Hill.
Thank you, Dre.
Where police are still investigating. Corey.
And Allie, that baby boy was first spotted in an alleyway on the side of the home that you see right behind me. And according to police, he still had his umbilical cord attached while lying next to garbage. Now, for hours, there's been crime scene tape stretched across the home that you see here. And police say this is where that newborn boy was discovered at around 10 o'clock this morning. Neighbors say they heard noises that sounded like a car throughout the night and were not alarmed. That was until the woman next door went to her backyard to throw the trash out and discovered the baby boy.
And I just look and I see a baby and a pile of blood next to her. I'm surprised and I'm shocked because they look to me honest baby, honest people going in and out, working class people. It's shock. And I know the girl very good.
And the baby was initially taken to Jamaica Hospital, and while there he was said to be in critical condition. We've since learned he is now at Cohen Children's Medical Center, and his latest condition is not known. So far, though, we do not know how long he was outside. Meantime, the 23-year-old woman believed to be the boy's mother, she has been taken into custody. She was also transferred to a hospital. However, at this time, no charges have been filed. In Richmond Hill, Queens, Corey James, CBS 2 News.
News, a 23-year-old mother now facing attempted murder charges after police say she abandoned her newborn baby in an alley in Queens. Investigators say a neighbor found the naked newborn on Sunday morning outside a home in Richmond Hill next to garbage and with his umbilical cord attached. Excuse me, police believe Sabita Dookram delivered the baby boy on.
It sounds like nobody knew that she was pregnant. It makes me wonder if her family knew she was pregnant, I don't know if she was hiding it or not. Chelsea asked if she was hiding it. Like, I guess that's something we're going to have to wait for it to come out in court unless some of the other family members want to come out and speak out, or the dad. The dad might even know that this woman was pregnant. Like, who knows, man? Who knows? What's up, J-Day? But let's keep going. Also, real quick, if you guys want to see a little bit of the live video when they went out to go kind of check out the scene, let me know. If y'all want me to skip that part, then let me know. So do y'all want to see the live video? Not the live video of the actual dropping of the baby, but just like the scene. They kind of filmed the scene a little bit. But if y'all want to see that, let me know.
On Saturday night, she is still being evaluated at the hospital. The baby remains in critical condition.
It's on me.
Tears and shockwaves throughout this Queens community Sunday after a newborn baby was found naked, crying, and alone on the cold concrete on 126th Street near 107th Avenue in South Ozone Park.
You couldn't give it to anybody or wipe the baby. The baby is on the floor.
Elite Surge Bali owns the daycare center next door. She found the baby as she was getting ready to leave for church and called 911.
I went there.
Did y'all hear that? There is a daycare next door. Oh my. Guys, let me let y'all hear this again. I didn't even catch that. I did not catch that, even when reading the news stories. Let me let y'all hear this again. Out of all the options that this woman had, there is a daycare next door. Right next door. What the hell, man? Let me let y'all hear this again. Let me know y'all heard what I just said. Next door.
Wipe the baby. The baby is on the floor.
Elite Surge Bali owns the daycare center next door.
Oh my God. So she knows the neighbor, and she knows the neighbor owns a daycare. Listen at this again.
Wipe the baby.
Guys, how crazy, like how ironic is all of this? She had safe haven laws. She had the Baby Protection Act. She had all of these options and a daycare next door, and she still tried to murder the kid. It's just that this so-called mother just did not want to do right at all. She just didn't care. That's a damn shame.
Tears and shockwaves throughout this Queens community Sunday after a newborn baby was found naked, crying, and alone on the cold concrete on 126th Street near 107th Avenue in South Ozone Park.
You couldn't give it to anybody or wipe the baby. The baby is on the floor.
Elite Surge Bali owns the daycare center next door.
The house that other woman lives in is literally right next door. Look at that. Let me break out my trusty whiteboard real quick. I know y'all don't like the trusty whiteboard, but I like it. Let me break this thing out real quick because it only takes a second. I'm going to highlight something. I'm going to show you guys something. Let me show you something. Here's the daycare. Here's the window that the baby was thrown out of. Here's the goddamn daycare. Right there. Here's the phone number. Right there. If she didn't know how to reach them. Phone number. Right there. Here's where the mother lives. Right there. I know I just made a ridiculous line, but whatever. Y'all get it. Y'all get what I'm saying. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane.
She found the baby as she was getting ready to leave for church and called 911.
I went there to close the gate. When I heard like a noise and I look, when I look, I see that it's a baby noise. And something like a meat next to it, the umbilical.
Police say officers found the baby boy around 10 in the morning and took his 23-year-old mother into custody a short time after.
We heard this crying, but knowing that there's a daycare next to us, we thought somebody leave a child there.
Marvin Ramsamy rents an apartment in the same building the mother lives. He says he heard a baby crying all night.
I keep telling myself I should have come out.
We're told the baby was still breathing when paramedics arrived. He remains at Jamaica Hospital fighting for his little life.
It's very sad.
And we're told again that mother was taken to Jamaica Hospital. She is in police custody, but police say at this hour there have not been any arrests. It's still unclear what charges, if any, she will face, and it's still unclear if that little newborn baby boy will survive.
All right, here's the live video for y'all who want to see that. Let me shout out real quick. CC. Ooh, wee. Dang, look, I'm going to just say thank you. I love it when you guys are able to contribute in the super chat. I will never complain about that. But don't forget that we have Cash App and PayPal, which don't charge any fees. YouTube is going to take 30% of that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm about to have a heart attack. But thank you, CC, for sending in the $50 super chat and saying, Jay, it's been a while since I've been live and able to afford to reward you in the manner you deserve. Keep bringing the truth to the people, and you'll change the community one story at a time. CC, that gets me right here for a couple reasons. First of all, because I'm so honored that you even found it in your budget to be able to contribute that kind of money, and I want to just say thank you so much. But also, don't forget that when y'all do it in the super chat, YouTube is going to... I got to take my glasses off for that. Sheesh. YouTube is going to take 30% of that. I usually won't say anything like if it's like 25 or below. But yeah, if you donate a higher amount than that, I usually will just tell you, like, just so you'll know. But nonetheless, I love your message. Please don't get it messed up. I love your message, and I'm so honored no matter how you donate, whatever you want to donate. CC, thank you so much. And I did bless you with a moderator wrench, by the way, for that. So thank you very much. Here is the live video for those who want to see that. And I don't know how many people clicked the thumbs up. How many people are even watching right now? Can one of the moderators say, let me know how many people are watching and how many thumbs up do we have? Because our goal is 400 thumbs up. I think we got just enough people in here to click that thumbs up and get us the 400 thumbs up. Said, check Cash App. I will check it. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. So, Leo Lion, I am checking Cash App, and if you send it to the Cash App that's in the description box, then I didn't get it. So Leo Lion, I know you said Cash App, but I don't see a Cash App. It hasn't come through yet. But when it does, I will definitely shout you out. Let me say thank you to Lisa Whedon. If you are in the chat, I did get your PayPal just now. So thank you very much, Lisa. If you can hear me, I want to say thank you. Said, don't worry, I'll send the missing through the Venmo. Oh, Cece, you're good. I just want to say thank you. That's all, Cece. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, so we got 332 thumbs up. We still need 68 more people to click that thumbs up. So let's keep going. Here's the live video. Thank you, Lisa Whedon. I hope you stay on longer. You're keeping me awake. I tried to donate with PayPal, and I got a notice back that you need to open a PayPal account. Yeah, it does that. I got the link for Miss June's chat info. So thank you, Miss June Bennett. Good looking out. Thank you for that. However you send it, Lisa, it's good. PayPal works too.
Oh my God. The umbilical next to it and the baby.
Here's the video. That's where the baby fell, right there on the side. You see it?
Yeah. And this is my yard. And you see blood here?
Can y'all see that blood spot?
No.
That is still fresh blood on the ground right there. That is horrifying from a little bitty tiny newborn baby.
Oh yeah.
Please, tell me your name first.
My name is Elite Suachbali.
And what happened this morning?
I just go outside to drop some garbage. As you see, my fence is close to them and my gate was open. I went there to close the gate. When I heard like a noise and I look, when I look, I see that it's a baby noise. And something like a meat next to it, the umbilical. And the lady was sitting right here, the owner, with her two kids.
Yeah.
And I say, just right there, I say, come to see. He said, what happened? I said, look, I said, go to call 911 now.
So was the baby crying?
The baby, yes. Yeah. But she said that she heard the noise since last night.
Oh, the baby out here all night.
Yes. Yes, since last night.
Let me say thank you, J-Day. J-Day, your Cash App just came in and said, this is J-Day in the chat. So I did get yours. So thank you very much. My goodness. Thank you. This is from, I love what you do for the kids. I'm doing all I can to help. I caught that. Diana, are you in the chat, Diana? If you are, let me know. I just got your Cash App, and that is an awesome, awesome Cash App. So if you are listening, Diana, where are you at? I need to make sure that you have your moderator wrench. So I'll wait for you.
Said it when I went to drop the garbage.
We just got two more that came in. I'm gonna read those here in just a second.
And my gate was open.
So now bear with me just a moment.
Garbage, go inside, I would never hear it. But I said, let me close my gate.
And you called 911?
No, I told her to call because it's on her yard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't remember her address. You know, I say it's not in my yard. I say it, and then she called at the same time.
So you think the baby was out there all night?
No, I saw it because I just, when I come out my door, that's the time that I see it. But she tell me, since last night she heard the little scream. She said, why a baby's crying the whole night? That's what she told me.
And how do you feel about this happening next to your house and somebody just leaving a baby?
It's on me.
Y'all see this woman is heartbroken trying to talk about this. And it comes from her community as far as like, and y'all talk about race or nationality. So I'm sure this really, really bothers her. And the fact that she owns a daycare is right next door. There was just no need for this. No, not Diana. I'm looking for Diana. Diana D. I'm looking for Diana D. So if Diana D, if you're out there, or if you just want to remain anonymous, I understand. There you are. Just sent you a little something on Cash App. I'm so proud of all your hard work. So Di, you already got your moderator wrench. But said, I love what you do for the kids. I'm doing all I can to help. And I don't know if you want me to read the amount that you sent in, but I will say thank you so much for sending in such an awesome amount. And thank you for finding it in your budget to be able to donate. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much to Di Duggar in the chat. Thank you so much for that, sweetheart. This is from... You didn't have to do that. That was Cece. Cece, I just got yours in Venmo. Cece, look, you didn't have to do that. Not thank you so much, Cece. I am absolutely honored. But your Venmo just came in, so thank you very much. Also, let me say shout out to J-Day, to Lisa Whedon, as well as, let me make sure I can say your name. Hi, Jay. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. And this is from first-time donator, Teresa. So, Teresa B. I don't want to read your whole name, but Teresa B., if you're listening, I wanted to say thank you to you as well. All right, let's keep going.
That's hurt me so bad because you couldn't give it to anybody or wipe the baby. The baby is on the floor. No paper. That's why.
No blanket, no nothing?
No blanket. That kid. God got a purpose for that child.
It's sad, isn't it?
I know Jesus is good. They should never do that. I don't mind, but cover the baby.
Yeah.
If he really lives, God got a purpose for this child. You know?
Was the baby awake when they took the ambulance, took it away?
Yeah.
But y'all can see the cops right next door. So I do have the right house. The daycare is her house to the left or behind the cameraman. That's the house right next door.
Yeah, the baby is awake.
Oh.
The baby, because they cover him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was screaming that all the time that she went to put a blanket over it. The baby was screaming. Elite Suajbali.
How you spell your last name?
Surajbali.
And what's the first name again?
Elite, E-L-Y-T-E.
How many?
Yeah, I will take 4 of them.
This video has a couple more minutes left. So if y'all want to keep watching this, let me know. Or if y'all want me to cut it. But I think they're going to talk to one more neighbor, but I don't remember. Yeah, Sheila, the neighbor is hurting. I mean, it bothers her and for good reason. Because she's a daycare owner. There's just no reason for this woman to have murdered that kid, and it happened right next door. That's the type of stuff that can give you nightmares. There's no reason for that. You say you watch me every day. Well, look, I'm honored. Thank you. I am absolutely honored to have any support at all. Like I say, whether it be a lot or a little, Lanisha and all of you guys, and Tanya Daniels, I am just honored that any of you guys will support our message and what we're trying to accomplish. So thank you guys so much. We need 30 more thumbs up to hit 400 thumbs up. So we only need 30 more people to click that thumbs up. I might speed through this a little bit. I don't know if anybody else is going to interview or not. Talking to another one of the neighbors, but we can't hear him.
The baby and threw it out the window.
All right, that's pretty basic. We're going to go ahead and wrap this particular video up, guys. And do not forget, we're doing 2 stories. So do not leave. Make sure you tell a phone and tell a friend. Do not leave. We still have one more very, very important story to tell right after this one, okay? So make sure you guys do not run away. So let me go ahead and give you guys my closing thoughts with this particular story. And let me say this. For this woman to have that many options, and what makes this even more egregious is the fact that there is a daycare literally within arm's reach. She could reach her arm out and touch that daycare, and that woman would have helped her. And if it hadn't been for that woman coming out to take out the trash, she might not have caught the fact that it was a baby laying out there on that cold concrete, just dying like that. And I think that's really sad. And that's a really horrible way to have to start your life in this world. Most of y'all know, between the COVID stuff, between the wars we have, between the racial issues we have in this country, between people losing their jobs, losing their businesses, between car accidents and people losing their loved ones to health issues, to just all of the murders that have been happening, all the people that have been murdered. There's so many obstacles that we have to deal with in this life. To come into life already at such a disadvantage, to be thrown on the ground like that, like you're a piece of trash, just tossed out the damn window. And this baby might survive. And it's just like, I mean, the odds are already stacked up against you, but it's even more egregious. And egregious is one of my favorite words because I don't really know how else to describe this. That is a horrible way to get a start in this world. I do hope this baby will thrive and survive, and I hope that this baby does not have any disabilities because of this. For as far as that mother, I'm sorry to all you social justice warriors out there, to any feminists or anybody out there that believes that this woman deserves another chance, because I don't think she does. I think she screwed up in life, and I don't think that she deserves another chance to be free. I don't think she deserves another chance to be a mother. I don't think she deserves a chance to ever even see this kid ever again if this kid are to make a full recovery. I think she should be done. And matter of fact, I think she should be sterilized. So whoever said that in the chat earlier, I 100% agree with you. Hashtag TTO, which means take the ovaries. She does not need another opportunity to reproduce, even if she gets out of jail. She needs to be sterilized. That is my personal opinion. I thank God and I thank the heavens above that he spared this baby, and I hope that this baby can grow up and become something great. That's my thoughts on this particular story. Now, if you guys are ready for part 2, let me see. That is pictures. There's another story I want to tell you guys about, because I don't know if y'all heard about this one. Let me see if I can get these pictures up for you real quick. This little boy. And I hate to tell you guys this. Yes, this is another story out of Texas. I'm sorry, but Texas and Houston, Texas in particular is embarrassing me. Sometimes it is embarrassing to be a Texas resident because of all of the bad stories that continue to keep coming out of my state. This beautiful little boy. You have audio of the abuse? Wow. This beautiful little boy that you guys see on my screen right here. Look at that smile. Y'all look at that smile. And y'all tell me, what could this boy have done wrong to anybody to meet his demise? There's nothing on earth that this little boy could have did wrong. Real quick, before I tell you guys about this story, before we start, let me run my ads because they also help sponsor this channel. Give me a moment and then we'll start this story. Hit that thumbs up.
Nora's Authentic Designer has some of the most glamorous and stylish handbags your girl has ever seen. So ladies, if you want to get Nora's Authentic Designer has some of the most glamorous and stylish handbags your girl has ever seen. So ladies, if you want to get fly, and fellas, if you want to take care of your lady, please be sure to go to www.noras915.com. www.noras915.com. That's right, www.noras915.com.
Hello listeners, come mask up with Keyline Designs, where you reap what we sow. We offer essential handcrafted face masks made with 100% cotton, equipped with a built-in filter and a slot for refillable filters. Our masks have many uses like riding motorcycles, ATVs, while out in public places, outside exercising, lawn and gardening, and helps prevent the spread of germs. We offer bling, sports logos, monograms, many assorted fabrics and colors. We make child-size masks starting at the age of 2. Come join us today for the launch of our new website at keylinedesigns.com. Please be sure to like and follow our page on Facebook. Our links can be found in the description box of this video. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. And if any of those links for some reason don't work in the description box, make sure you let me know, and that way I can let the sponsors know if there's something they need to change or update on there. But let's go ahead and start with this next story. What's up, Chris and Tanya and Mo Love 67? Welcome. And matter of fact, thank you so much, Mo Love 67, for joining the AFC premiere at the top level, which is our top perk, which comes with all of the things that are below that perk and a little bit extra. So thank you so much for finding it in your heart and in your budget to support what we do. Mo Love 67. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. I think I got everybody over here. Yes, and I got Die already. So thank you, Die. Thank you, Die, again. I got to say thank you again. I got to say thank you 2 times. And matter of fact, I got to shout out Mom's Fur Babies because I don't know if I got a chance to shout her out the last time that she had donated in the Cash App. But Mom's Fur Babies, if you're out there listening, we love you, we miss you, and shout out to you for always supporting what we do here at the AFC. Thank you, Latanya Jacobs says, stop killing these babies. I agree. Guys, this story is just going to be one of those ones, and it's a little bit difficult. And let me let you guys know. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and start it like this. The dude who murdered this little boy, I have his first and last name. And I have his middle initial and his age. If you guys are able to do a background check on this dude and find him or any information, I just need a picture of him. Because I found a couple of pictures and I thought I had the right one and it ended up being wrong. But the dude who murdered this little kid, I'm going to tell y'all about him here in just a moment, okay? So here we go. Can we get a hashtag when you date thugs, you date death in the chat? Does anybody want to post that in the chat? Or hashtag live by the thug, die by the thug? Does anybody want to post hashtag stupid is as stupid thugs? Huh? Hashtag when you date thugs, you date death? Yep. Any of our hashtags that apply would also go right here in this story. Let's talk about this. If I can get this ad off my screen. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, yet another story coming out of Houston, Texas. And Houston takes another L. And I figured it out. This is how I do the L on the right-hand side. My right-hand side. Houston takes another L. Texas takes another L. Because we have lost yet another beautiful baby. Another beautiful soul in our state. And I'm tired of us losing our babies. And what I want you guys to take a look at is this picture of that little boy with his father. That's his biological father. And shout out to the father, by the way. That is a beautiful baby boy. And he looks like a mirror image of his dad. Beautiful, happy little kid. That little boy's name is Elijah Valencia Garcia. And he was killed in Houston last Friday at around 7 p.m. The person who was responsible for killing that little boy is, of course, mom's boyfriend. I just did not think we could do this many stories out of Texas, let alone Houston, in 1 week. How about that? How about that? Thank you. Let me see. Denise Fletcher said, thank you for all that you do, Jay. I've been binge watching ever since I came across your channel. Denise Fletcher, thank you so much. And there indeed is a lot of content on the channel. And maybe if you watch some older videos and watch where I'm at now, I think you can see how we've kind of grown a little bit. I've tried to stop cursing as much, but thank you and shout out to you. Lachelle joined the channel membership. So Lachelle, welcome to the AFC family. And thank you so much for joining our mission to continue to spread the message of these babies and advocate for these children and try to make some change in this world for the good. But shout out to you, Lachelle, and thank you so much for joining the channel membership. Here we go. a 3-year-old boy was shot dead, and his pregnant mother was injured after her boyfriend broke into the Texas home they had fled to with an assault-style rifle. Guys, I'm warning you, this story is about to get real crazy real fast. So if you have a weak stomach, I encourage you guys, maybe you might want to watch something else, because this is going to get deep real quick. That little beautiful baby boy right there, look at that. You just do not, in this lifetime, you do not see very many more smiles that are brighter than this little boy's smile right there. And y'all take a look at this screen. Look at that baby boy's face. What an awesome smile that just would light up a room. Just awesome, awesome. That little boy's name is Elijah Valencia Garcia, and he was killed in Houston last Friday at around 7 p.m. by a man by the name, by a human. Let me say that because he ain't a man. Mom's boyfriend, his name is Ariel E. Lujan, and I'm going to spell it. Ariel, just like the cartoon character from The Little Mermaid. I could almost forgot it. Ariel, A-R-I-E-L. Ariel, because he's a pussy, so of course he's got a pussy name. Ariel Esau, E-S-A-U, Lujan, L-U-J-A-N. And he is currently 29 years old. So I'm going to say that again. Ariel Esau Lujan, 29 years old. If you guys can find his picture, if you can look into some type of database or an arrest database in Houston or Texas, if you can find them, just be careful, because I know that I found some records on some people and it was not him. But he's currently 29 years old. And he opened fire on his ex-girlfriend and her son. Lujan was then killed by the police after they say he pointed his gun at the police. The boy's pregnant mom, Veronica Valencia, was also hit in her leg and her hand, but the mom is actually expected to survive. Her baby's condition is unknown. She is said to have fled to her ex's house and Elijah's father's home, where she thought she would be safe from her boyfriend, Ariel Esau Lujan, after the two had an argument. But he is said to have followed the mother and the son and was armed with an assault-type rifle and multiple magazines, multiple clips. The boy's father, whose name is Richard Garcia, which was, I think I had his picture up here a minute ago, which was the dad. That's the biological father, Richard Garcia, and he told the news that he was a really happy kid for sure. Everybody that he got to meet made him smile. Let me see. For sure, he made everybody that he got to meet made them smile. Let me say this real quick. Let me thank a couple of people real quick. Danny and Jimmy D NYC. You say you upgraded on the premium, so I want to say thank you very much, and shout out to Danny and Jimmy D NYC who upgraded their premier membership. So thank you very much. Let me also thank Diane Weed in the chat. Said, keep doing God's work for our babies, Jay. Thank you very much. And guys, I apologize about the potty mouth, but these stories be pissing me off. Seriously. There's just no excuse for this. Let me tell you guys how complicated this gets. The mom is in a relationship with a thug. The mom has a kid by the biological father, Richard Garcia, over here on this side. So the mom and the boyfriend on this side are now pregnant with another kid. So she's currently pregnant. So she has her son, who is Richard Garcia's son, and she's already, as a matter of fact, this little boy is only 3 years old. So in less than 3 years, she's already with a new dude and already pregnant. I want y'all to remember how I talk about how these particular women, not all women, but these particular women continue to just show reckless abandonment for their womb and for their kids and put their kids around any fucking body. Okay? You can't do that. You can't just put your kids around anybody. Let me say thank you, Queen Diamonds, and welcome to the channel membership. I like that avatar there. So thank you very much, and shout out Queen Diamonds. Welcome to the family, and thank you for finding it in your budget as well to be a part of our AFC family, speaking for our babies. So thank you. Here's what you got going on. So mom ended her relationship with the dad, who seems like a real cool guy, but like I said, I don't know him. He just seems cool, and then you got to listen to his interview. She left him to get with a thug. The thug immediately gets her pregnant. The thug, they start having issues, and then he threatens her life. But I thought that's what y'all women like. Y'all like a dude to be a thug, but you want him to threaten everybody else, but don't want him to threaten you. I don't understand, how is it that women get with these thugs, you live by the thug and die by the thug, you go to the thug zoo, you want to go play with the thug lions, then you take your kid and put your kid in the thug lion cage and then wonder why that wild ass thug lion mauls your kid's face off. Then they be looking like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know why this happened. I don't know why the lion mauled my kid's face off. I don't know. These women are proving themselves to be irresponsible. It's not all women, but it's too goddamn many of them. How can you not make a solid decision and realize that the person that you might be attracted to, the person that your ass likes sleeping with, huh? Just because you like sleeping with him does not mean he is a suitable father. Hello? Y'all hear me? Y'all know I didn't used to call it the Thug Zoo. I'm calling it the Thug Zoo now because I had a worse name for it than that. But I talked to some people. They helped me clear up my language a little bit. But I cleared it up, so I'm going to just call it the Thug Zoo, right? We're going to leave it at that. You get in these situations and you like these men, and there is nothing about these men that qualifies them to be a parent, to be a babysitter, to be a father, to be educated, to be a provider. There is nothing about these men that is productive for you to try to what do they call that? What do they call that when you live together with somebody? Cohabitate. There's nothing about them that they have proven that shows that it'd be a safe thing for you to cohabitate with them or to procreate. Cohabitate, procreate. Right? But she immediately got pregnant and put her son around him. And then she wanted to break up with the thug. And then the thug was like, Little Ariel E Lujan, was all emotional, all up in his feels. And he decided, you're not gonna leave me. You're not gonna just come to the thug zoo and take me out the thug cage and then take me home to your house and then you're just gonna abandon me. That ain't the way it works. So you know what the thug lion do? He goes and gets his automatic rifle and his extra clips or magazines, and he decides to go chase this woman down. And I'm gonna tell y'all how stupid this bitch is, and I want Richard Garcia, the biological father, to know how stupid this woman is, bro. Because I don't want you to get mad. I know y'all live in my state, and I don't want y'all to come for me. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you how stupid this woman is. She knew that she had a crazy-ass boyfriend. And you know what this bitch did? Are y'all ready for this? She turned around and brought this wild ass thug lion to her baby daddy's house. I don't have very much positive to say about this story. How dumb can you be? You just can't be that level of dumb. You cannot be that level of dumb. Baby daddy is over here paying child support, taking care of his kid, and what does he get paid for in return? Oh, that's right. You go bring your wild ass boyfriend over to his house so his house can get shot up and put his life in danger because of who yo ass like to sleep with. Please, guys, somebody tell me, where is the logic in any of this? She went to his house, took her problems and her troubles to the man that she abandoned and left. He was a good guy, trying to be a good father to his kid. She left him because he wasn't exciting enough. She left him because he wasn't thuggish enough, because he was too straight and narrow. Probably because he was a blue collar or a white collar guy, because he works a job, because he ain't out there getting that fast money. She left him for all of these silly ass reasons. But when the shit hit the fan, now you want to come run back to me like, what? What? And he's coming with an automatic rifle? Are you kidding me? Let me ask the fellas a question in the chat. I got a question for the fellas. How many of my fellas out there would be happy to take your baby mama back, running back to your apartment, running back to your house with a thug lion that's getting ready to shoot shit up? If you ask me, I say, bitch, stay where the fuck you at. Don't bring that shit over to my house. Are you crazy or just plain stupid? Like they say in Forrest Gump. Are you crazy or just damn stupid? Stupid is as stupid thugs. I got a whole lot to say about this. Let's keep going. The father said he would always put a smile on people's faces and he liked to greet people. He met strangers and would just say hi to everybody. He added, he really didn't deserve what happened to him. I got to have him for 3 years, and for that was a blessing. The best 3 years of my life. That is what the biological father said. I'm telling y'all, that's how I feel like he was a great father. Police say that Ariel E, Lujan, the 29-year-old, pointed his rifle at them after holding Garcia at gunpoint. Wow. Then they opened fire, killing Lujan. So the biological father's life got put at risk because mama wanted her some thug dick. Ain't that some shit? Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo, who we hear about all the time because we always doing stories out of Houston, said that footage from the shooting will be released after the investigation is complete. Acevedo called the shooting a senseless act, adding, "What we found here was a female victim who had been shot by a suspect believed to be her current boyfriend. They had been involved in some kind of verbal altercation that's still under investigation. As a father, I think all of us here have children and young children, people we love. It is heart-wrenching when you think about a little child's life that ended here." He added, "This city is like a lot of other cities, is seeing a tremendous uptick in thug violence with guns." I ain't gonna call it gun violence. I'm gonna call it thug violence with guns. A big part of it is COVID-19, which is bullcrap. It's not COVID-19. This type of stuff happens every day, like my man Slick Rick says. Another part of it is that we're just not holding people accountable, and that's what we're not doing. We're definitely not holding people accountable. Paying tribute to Elijah's uncle, Edwin Garcia told the news he was always smiling, he was always happy, and he was always energetic. He was always doing something. And of course, a GoFundMe page has been set up by one of the loved ones to help raise money for Elijah's funeral. Because why have insurance when you could just open up a GoFundMe and just people who feel sorry for you will just donate And why be responsible for your own kid? I don't know. Especially when life insurance is so cheap. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's go ahead and talk about these news stories. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Thank you, Courtney. I agree. Don't blame this on COVID-19. They've been out here doing this stuff for a while. Matter of fact, to everybody else, I hope y'all don't get in y'all feels. Don't get in your feels tonight, man. I'm just keeping it real. We got 658 people here right now, but we only got 484 thumbs up. Can y'all get us to an even 500 thumbs up? Let's get it.
6 o'clock, we are learning new details about the shooting death of a 3-year-old child. The boy and his mother, both shot by her boyfriend, according to police. Channel 2's Sophia Ojeda spoke with that little boy's father, and Sophia, he says all of this happened at his home.
Yes, it did, Dominique. The little boy's father is telling me that the family is just devastated. They're still trying to piece together exactly what happened here at his home in this gated neighborhood Friday evening. He says that little Elijah and his mother did not deserve this. 3-year-old Elijah Valencia Garcia loved to dance. He loved to smile big. He told everyone to call him Spider-Man. His father, Richard Garcia, says he lit up the world everywhere he went.
He was like a really happy kid. I mean, for sure he made everybody happy. Everybody that got to meet him, he would always put a smile on people's faces.
Houston police say little Elijah was shot and killed Friday night after his mother's boyfriend, identified as 29-year-old Ariel E Lujan, went on a shooting rampage inside this trailer home park off Alameda Genoa in southeast Houston. Police say the mother, Veronica...
I'm going to back this up because I want y'all to notice how they did not put this suspect, this dude that's dead now, Ariel E Lujan, they did not put his picture out. Look at this again.
After his mother's boyfriend, identified as 20...
Look at this. Can anybody tell me what's a good reason for them not to put this criminal's picture out? Is there any reason why they didn't put his picture out? Everything isn't COVID. Thank you, Dre the Dream. I didn't even think about that until you said that. They just blame everything on COVID, right? If you overcook your food, well, it's due to COVID. If your kids made bad grades, it's due to COVID. If your ex-girlfriend shows up at your house because a crazy boyfriend is chasing her down to kill her because she don't want to give him no more pussy, then yes, they died because of COVID. Like, what? We can't blame everything on COVID. God dog, man. Sheesh. They did not put his face out there, and I don't know why they would not. Who are they trying to protect? Why are they trying to protect this dude?
29-year-old Ariel E Lujan went on a shooting range.
The dude is dead. He's deceased. Why would they not put his picture out?
Rampage inside this trailer home park off Alameda Genoa in southeast Houston. Police say the mother, Veronica Valencia, who is pregnant, came here with her son Elijah to get away from the boyfriend, but he followed them. Armed with an assault-type rifle and multiple magazines, police say the boyfriend tried to break in and then started shooting into the home. Little Elijah was hit. He later died at the hospital. His mother shot in the hand and leg. When police arrived, they say Lujan had Garcia at gunpoint. Officers told Lujan to drop his weapon, but police say he then hid behind a car and pointed the rifle at officers. That's when one officer shot several rounds, killing the suspect. Elijah's family now...
See, he's dead. Why would they not put his picture out?
Now heartbroken and devastated by the loss of their beautiful boy, left to pick up the pieces of this horrific and senseless shooting.
He really didn't deserve what happened. That I even got to have him for 3 years. That was a blessing. The best 3 years of my life.
That's the biological father, and I'm telling y'all, just based on his interview, he sounds like a good man. I cannot believe that woman had the nerve and the unmitigated gall, like Stephen A. Smith would say, to get involved with this dude that she shouldn't have been involved with. And as soon as things go bad, then you want to go pull up at my house and get me killed too? Like, what? It's messed up, man.
Garcia tells me that Elijah's mother did undergo surgery. She is recovering tonight. Police say the officer who shot and killed the suspect is currently on administrative leave. This shooting is still under investigation. Reporting live in Southeast Houston, Sophia Ojeda, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Tonight, a family is sharing their heartbreak after a domestic...
Let me give a shout out real quick. Diane Weed, are you in the chat? Diane Weed, are you in the chat? I need to shout you out. Say, keep doing God's work for our babies, Jay, Diane Weed, and you sent in a very, very, very nice PayPal. I don't know if you want me to read the amount or not, but if you do, let me know. If you don't, then I can definitely keep it private. I try to keep the larger donations private if y'all don't want me to read that. But Diane Weed, I want to say thank you very much. I hope you're still up. I hope you're still out there. But thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much.
Violence shooting killed an innocent little boy. This is 3-year-old Elijah. He was hit when his mother's boyfriend started shooting. Here's our Grace White.
Daddy. It's hard to imagine a little life no longer here. 3-year-old Elijah Valencia Garcia may be gone, but his charm is hard to miss.
Okay, I just got an email with a picture of a person that looks like it could be that guy. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm going to throw this out there because I can blur it out if it's wrong, if I'm wrong about this. But like I said, I don't understand why they be protecting his identity at all. So Diane sent in a $50 donation by way of PayPal. So Diane, from my heart to yours, thank you so much for that. I am truly, truly honored, and I truly appreciate you. And you've already got your moderator wrench. Like I said, if I could give you more than that, I would definitely do it. But I want to say thank you very much for that. Let me show you guys. Do y'all want to see a picture of his face? Or what we think it's his face? Because I don't know. Somebody just sent me an email. Sent me a picture of this dude, and it looks like it could be him. I don't know where you got this picture from. It's not a mugshot. And I'm going to just warn you guys, it could be the wrong picture because I don't know for a fact. So if you want to tell me in the chat who sent this to me, I don't want to call your name out, but if you...
Boyfriend, 29-year-old Ariel Lujan, broke into the home on Alameda Genoa with an assault rifle, shooting Elijah and his pregnant mother. But she survived. Houston police shot and killed Lujan after officers say he pointed his gun at them.
Did you ever think his life was in danger? Did you know this man?
I did not know this man.
We checked. Lujan does not have a criminal history in Harris County. The family says there were no warning signs.
They were just watching a movie like a normal person, you know? That's when everything happened.
Police say Elijah's mom came to her ex's house because she thought she'd be safe from Lujan. No one ever thought this would be how they would say goodbye to Elijah, who had so much joy to give.
The mother was shot in her hand and leg. She is expected to be okay. Now this family begins the difficult task of planning Elijah's funeral. Mia? Oh, our hearts ache for the family. Grace White reporting. Thank you.
Begin with breaking news tonight. A 3-year-old boy dead, his mother wounded in a shooting.
The suspect was then shot and killed in a gun battle with police. This happened in Southeast Houston on Alameda Genoa Road in Foxton near Macawa. And that's where Channel 2's Keith Garvin is live now. What a tragic story, Keith.
Chris, Dominique, a very tragic night indeed. Let me step out of the way and give you a look behind me. You can see HPD officers still here on scene at the 6200 block of Alameda Genoa. A 3-year-old, as you said, is dead, and his mother wounded by her boyfriend after she sought shelter here at her ex-boyfriend's home. So Houston police tell us that around 7 o'clock this evening, the mother's boyfriend found her at a home in this location after they had had an argument. It was the home of her ex-boyfriend. They say the boyfriend broke into the home with an assault-type rifle and had several magazines in his possession. He ended up shooting the mother, and her 3-year-old son also was shot. When officers arrived on scene, one of them was able to engage the suspect. He fired his service rifle several times and struck that suspect. That officer then, who has a 3-year-old of his own, then turned his attention to the child who had been shot.
I know y'all are saying maybe his picture wasn't released because it's being investigated, but I want y'all to think about all of these cases that we talk about are technically still being investigated. Every single one of them are. I don't think that's an excuse not to release the picture. This is not even the same day. It's not even like it's within hours. This happened days ago. There's no reason for them not to put that picture out by now.
They applied tourniquets and started treating the baby, and that sergeant actually started CPR on that child until HFD assumed primary patient care. Officers also applied tourniquets and performed CPR on the suspect.
And back here live, the child, the mother, and the boyfriend all were transported to the medical center. But the child, unfortunately, did not make it. That suspect also did not make it as well. The mother, who was shot in the leg and hand, she was transported in the hospital. Last check, she is in stable condition, but with the news that her 3-year-old son is no longer with us. Reporting live from Southeast Houston, Keith Garvin, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Such heartbreak. Keith, thank you.
Also breaking tonight, a 3-year-old child is dead after a domestic violence-related shooting. This happened at a home on Alameda Genoa in Southeast Houston. The police chief says a man started shooting his girlfriend and her young son. She survived, the boy did not. And when officers got there, they got into a shootout with the suspect. He was killed. No officers were hurt.
This evening at about 8:06 p.m., the Houston Police Department received a call of shots fired with a male reported in the 6200 block of Alameda Genoa. In the 6200 block of this street here, of a male trying to shoot.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. Dre the Dream caught that. I wonder if the child that she's pregnant with is going to survive. Because the mom is currently pregnant. So that's a great question. Because they did not mention that in any of these news interviews or in the story at all. That's a great point. That's a great question.
Shoot his girlfriend with shots being fired. We immediately dispatched Houston police officers, patrol officers from Southeast Division under the command of Commander Martin. And at 4 minutes later, our first unit arrived. The officers immediately started realizing the suspect was still here. The shots had been fired by the suspect, and what we found here was a female victim, complainant, who had been shot by a suspect believed to be her current boyfriend. They had been involved in some kind of verbal altercation that's still under investigation. She came here to seek shelter and safety with her ex-boyfriend at one of the houses here. When the current boyfriend came, broke in with an assault type rifle and multiple magazines that were located on him and started shooting. While the officers are here, they found the suspect, who was still armed with the assault type rifle, and the suspect subsequently, when confronted by one of our officers, a 2.5-year member of our department, 25-year-old officer, he engaged the suspect and discharged several rounds with his patrol rifle, striking the suspect. We were able to find and locate the female complainant, who's the girlfriend, who had been shot in the leg and hand. Just got off the phone with our homicide detectives, SIU, and she's in stable condition. The other complainant is a small child belonging to this young lady.
who's approximately 3 years of age, and sadly that child has succumbed to their wounds here. It's heart-wrenching when you think about a little child's life has ended here. You know, this city, like a lot of other cities, is seeing a tremendous uptick in gun violence. And a big part of it's COVID. Another part of it is that we're just not holding people accountable.
This has nothing to do with COVID.
And I don't know the history on this, but we've got to do better. Tomorrow or the next day, we'll never talk about this family again. We will never talk about this child again as a society.
Now, I get it. I know he was trying to be poignant, and I give it to him, man. Shout out to the officer. 2 things he said that were wrong. First of all, that he blamed this on COVID. Stop blaming every damn thing on COVID. Secondly, he couldn't even tell you what this boy's name is. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but he couldn't even tell you what this boy's name was. And he's talking about how we've already forgotten. So, I don't know. Like I said, maybe people don't find that weird, but the fact that he was trying to call out society and say that society was wrong, again, that's the father. The father is Garcia. I remember his name. See if I can find the father's name again. Father's name is Garcia something. See if I can find it. No, that's Edmund Garcia. That's not the father. The father is... Edmund Garcia is the uncle. Richard Garcia is the dad. So Richard Garcia is the dad of Elijah Valencia Garcia. The mother's name is Veronica Valencia. And the boyfriend's name is Ariel E. Lujan, who is 29 years old. Can you send it to Jay Coco? What's the email? Email is theafc@gmail.com. theafcmatters@gmail.com. theafcmatters@gmail.com. Yes, whatever it is that you have to email me, you can send me. Just make sure whatever you send me has a description, and just make sure that it's short. Try not to send me like a real big long email, because I don't really have time to read a lot of really long emails. So, about to break my phone. We have one more donation, and I want to make sure and shout her out. I'm going to make sure I can say your name. First time, no, this is not a first time donor. This is actually somebody who's been donating for a while. Make sure I can say your name. Okay. Belinda C. Belinda C, are you out there in the chat? So Belinda C, if you are listening, I did get your donation, and I wanted to say thank you very much, Belinda C, if you are listening. Just got your PayPal, and I wanted to shout you out and say thank you so much for that. The email is below his torso. Yes. Okay, I caught what you were saying, Dre. Let me see. theafcmatters@gmail.com. No spaces in between there. Let me go ahead and give you guys my closing thoughts. Do I have a photo of the mother? I don't. I had, the father did an interview, which is how his face was out there, but I have no picture of the mom, because the mom is still living. Mom is still pregnant, from what we understand. Her dead boyfriend, we have no pictures of. That's just really, really weird. But let me give you guys my closing thoughts. I think the most egregious part about this story is the fact that mother went to her ex-boyfriend's house, bringing that danger to his house, and almost got him killed behind the mom's bullcrap, behind the mom's thug. The mom loved the thug. The mom wanted to have sex with the thug, and the mom got pregnant by the thug. And then the mom wanted to take her thug problems and make them the ex-boyfriend, the biological father, the good man's problems. Like, I don't understand how that makes any sense. I don't know why anybody will feel sad for her. And I'm going to just tell you guys that if I was the dad, if I was Mr. Garcia, that woman would never hear from me again. She has caused us to lose our Ty, which is that beautiful baby boy right there, and RIP to him, Elijah, beautiful baby boy. But she's caused this boy's death. And that's just the honest truth. Okay? They no longer have a Ty in this world. I would suggest to the dad, Richard Garcia, grieve for your baby, grieve for your son. When you finish the grieving process, I would suggest to you, do not ever talk to this mother again. She does not deserve your words. She does not deserve your kindness. She does not deserve any compassion of yours. Move on and find you somebody who is suitable, man. Because that is so messed up. Why she would put her son's life in danger like this. This little boy cannot speak for himself, nor could he defend himself. And we lost probably one of the brightest people. Beautiful little smile, beautiful personality. Elijah Valencia Garcia. Rest in peace, young king, young prince. RIP. I'm DJ Just J. We're the AFC, where we spend our time and we advocate for children first. Don't talk about being the change, just be the change. Make sure you guys click that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe on the way out. And make sure you guys come and support us for more videos. Thank you for the people who were able to financially contribute. For those who can't, you can always contribute something simple and just click that thumbs up. And we thank you guys from my heart to yours. I love you guys and y'all have a great night. Thank you so much. All right. Let me see. You say you sent an email. Let's see what you got here. I saw that one. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't show it. So CC in the chat. I looked at that one earlier. I do not believe that's him, even though Galveston, Texas is very, very close. Very close to Houston. I looked at that picture earlier. That might very well be him, but I don't think it is. I think I had some compelling feeling for some reason when I looked at that one, because I looked at that profile earlier. CC, I don't think that's him. I don't think we're gonna find it on Facebook unless somebody knows that dude personally. But I have reason to believe that that's not him. His age is very close. His birthday seems to make sense. He lives in the area that's close to Houston, which is Galveston. But I don't want to show his picture because I'm not 100% positive that that's him. If it is, then we'll do an update or something. Or maybe I'll just put his face as the thumbnail if we find out that that's him. So maybe we'll do it like that. But I love you guys. Her name is Valencia Veronica. Yeah, it's Veronica Valencia or Valencia Veronica, one or the other. But yes, that's correct. All right, you guys have a great night, man. Love you guys, and y'all have a great night. See y'all later. Peace.
Nora's Authentic Designer has some of the most glamorous and stylish handbags your girl has ever seen. So ladies, if you want to get fly, and fellas, if you want to take care of your lady, please be sure to go to www.noras915.com. www.noras915.com. That's right, www.noras915.com.
Hello listeners, come mask up with Keyline Designs, where you reap what we sow. We offer essential handcrafted face masks made with 100% cotton, equipped with a built-in filter and a slot for refillable filters. Our masks have many uses like riding motorcycles, ATVs, while out in public places, outside exercising, lawn and gardening, and helps prevent the spread of germs. We offer bling, sports logos, monograms, many assorted fabrics and colors. We make child-sized masks starting at the age of 2. Come join us today for the launch of our new website at keylinedesigns.com. Please be sure to like and follow our page on Facebook. Our links can be found in the description box of this video. Thank you.